abnormalities, that is pollinia and pollen grains. The pollen grains are produced within the anther of a flower. The pollen mother cells originates from sporogenous tissue of anther, which later divide meiotically to form four pollen grains called tetrads. Failure of the pollen grains to separate from tetrads is the cause for the formation of compound pollen grains, and they occur in more than 56 families of angiosperms. The microspores or the pollen grains are separated from tetrads into individual pollen grain. But in some cases, as in Juncus and Cryptostegia, the microspores do not separate from each other, and hence compound pollen grains are formed, like dyads, that is 2 pollen grains, or octads, 8 pollen grains, or polyads. Coming to dyads, the pollen grains which are united in pairs and shed from anther as doubles are called dyads. Dyads are present in members of Podostemaceae. Dyads are formed due to incomplete break of individual grains or monads. Tetrads. 4 pollen grains are united to form tetrads. Tetrads are the unseparated products of meiosis. Tetrads may be categorized into different types based on their arrangement, and it is of 5 types, namely tetrahedral, isobilateral, decussate, T-shaped, and linear. Polyads. In most of the Mimosaceae members, each of the tetrad cells divides once or twice or more, yielding to a group of 8 to 64 cells which remain together after maturity. These compound grains are usually held together in small units and are called polyads. Example is Acacia auriculiformis, then Albizia Lebec, Samania Saman. Coming to the second type, that is abnormality, that is pollinia. A pollinium is a coherent mass of pollen grains in plant that are the product of only one anther but are transferred during pollination as a single unit. This is regularly seen in plants such as orchids and many species of milkweed. In Asclepiadaceae, the whole content of an anther or the anther locule which shed as one united mass of pollen are called pollinia. The pollinium apparatus is the functional unit of a corpusculum with its 2 attached arms which are known as translator and the pollinia. Example, Calotropis pollinarium. In orchids, pollinia plus any secretion tissues that aid in removal of the surface structure from the flower are collectively known as pollinarium. The term pollinia and pollinaria are often used interchangeably, but this is incorrect from morphological perspective. The term pollinia should be restricted to the very pollen-bearing structures of pollinarium. Pollinarium to the entire translatory unit or complex involving both fertile, that is pollinia and pollen content, and sterile tissues, that is various pollinium stock. Thank you.